Welcome everyone. This is Will from KMAC Vintage coming to you from Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands. Today is kind of hot, sunny outside. It's a hot day. Yesterday and the day before we had quite a bit of rain. Anyway, this is part two of the Duo dock that I'm working on. Um, I redid the power supply. Um, Video of that is part one. I have the cover on it right now. I don't have it closed off yet. So the bad thing is that this takes actually rivets, and um, I need to get those inner pieces out. And how to get them out is just basically knock them out. Um, I'm just taking off the actual head there, and then I push those pieces through, or I come and pull them out from the bottom side. Don't use those; those are better. Make sure I don't leave any metal pieces in there because they will short. So I need to get that out so I can put in a new rivet. Coming out, coming out. There we go. One is out. Go to this side here. That one is out. I'll straighten that piece back up. Yep. This side here too. I need to straighten back up a little bit. Okay, so we got two of them out. Two more rivets down here. See what we can do with these. This pair of pliers is older, so I use it for some of the harder work. These here are gonna be, I think, better just to knock them down. They're underneath the plastic that's here. Exactly where, I can't tell you where they went. I see that one is still right there somewhere. There's a plastic sheet down here. Looks like it's double. Two pieces. There we go. And I could loosen this board up and try to get those pieces out. So let's see if I can get them out. I don't like leaving pieces of metal down there, especially if it's gonna cause a problem that could short out the power supply later. Now, the original hard drive that was in this DuoDock is not good. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna put a blue SCSI in it. I might. But from what I know is that if it has a hard drive in it, the machine is gonna boot off of that one, not the internal one. And also where that hard drive is, I don't know if you all have seen it, but it is very difficult to change, well, to gain access to the actually SD card if I need to. It is very difficult. I don't want to take out this whole board because this is, it is soldered in there pretty good in some places, and these cables here. So the main thing I want to try to do is get those. There's one, there's four. Okay, so we have them all out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces came out. Let me just make sure there's nothing else hiding anywhere. Sometimes, just to be safe, I think it's better that we go ahead and try to take out the whole thing and see. Make sure there's nothing down there. This is my own fault. I went and put in the board before checking on the rivets. And these cables here are easy to take out. Just this pulls up. And these cables, oh no, it goes down. No, up. No, down. And then the cables can come out. Okay, so let's make sure there's no rivets underneath this plastic. Ah, you see? There was still one more. There you are. Don't know where that one came from, but that's why it is good to go and do the extra steps. Do not cut corners. Okay? Don't cut corners, good people. Okay? Do not cut corners. You see what that could have caused if I didn't take that out. I could have had a bigger problem later down the road. So, okay, now let's go put this thing back together. Now here in the back, there's a screw. Over here, there's just a guide that it's got to slide into. So this thing is very compact, very tight to go in. You can see fighting it here. Some left. Still gotta go in more. It's not all the way in. in the guide. And yes, we're in all the way. All right. Okay, so now let's put in one or two of these screws just to hold this in place. So I relocated my camera, that's top view, the one up here. I moved my desk around a little bit and rearranged it. I didn't like the way I had it last night. Um, Things were in the way, and they're not it wasn't the right flow for me. So I'm gonna try it this way. I have another camera, the same type of camera that's up on top is this front one here. That's sitting a bit lower, looking actually towards me, and I can take that one and move it around and show different things too as is needed. Next to that camera, I have the Yeti mic sitting. Hopefully it picks up the audio pretty good. I can't say for sure. I'm not one to sit here and edit and go over the videos over and over and over. I record them and I put them out the way they are. So I try my best to do them one-time shot. No need to go edit. No need to go and change anything around. Reason why is because when I start doing live videos, I want to be sure that my content is clean and good. So if I practice that from now, it'll be better for me later, right? So anyway, okay, guide is back in. We are okay here. This is coming off. I'm gonna pull that off. I'll end up gluing it back down on the Duo case. Now to put these two wires back in. The red was all the way over. This connector here is real nice. I wish they used them more. Because you just push down on it, push the wire in, it locks in place, pull it up, and look, there we are. We are good and tight, see? Look at that. Nice connector. And you want it out, just push down, and boom, it comes out. There it's back out again. Wish they did that a lot more places. Okay, those wires sitting good. That's sitting nice. These old rivets, this is going garbage, not the screw. I try to keep a clean working area. This room I'm in is big. Before you know it, it could become a real mess. I have one more screw to put in. This one is the hard one, back here somewhere. Back there behind a capacitor somewhere. This one's going to be a problem child. I can get it close. Aha, there we go. It's right next to a capacitor. And of course the capacitor is a little bit bigger. Okay. Right. Alright. So, screws are in, this is in, that looks good, that's there, fan connected. And let's get the cover. We're gonna put this back on. See what I mean by when I said that this thing looks like it had some sort of spillage of water inside? Anyway, that's there. Rivet tool. Putting in some rivets back. 2, 3, 4. The 2 on top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Those 2 are in. Now you may be saying, why am I riveting this without testing it? I technically tested it already. I did that off camera, so I know it's good, so I can rivet it back. 1, 2, 3. So I know this is gonna somewhat work. But to tell you the truth, I did close it beforehand, before riveted, and the fan wouldn't spin. So I had to go back in and switch the 2 wires around because I had them on the wrong way. I had black where red should be and red where black should be. So I opened it back up. I switched the wires around. I tested it again before riveting it this time. So I know this is good now. Okay, so here we are with this. I'm gonna try this and see. Hey, cleaned it. Yeah, I noticed it has some rust. Boy, I tell you, this case is one that's amazing. It's really made well. It's a pain to open. But it looks pretty sturdy. Now, I'm gonna end up opening this back up right now. I mean, I'm gonna do some more detailed cleaning to it, so forth. Because I do want to see how much of this rust stuff I can get rid of. Because this is just sandpaper. This is a very fine sandpaper. But then again, that's the only way that you can really get rid of this rust. So some more things that I got that I brought down. Blue Eshy Scuzzies, 6 more of them, internal units. I have to assemble those. I brought back a nice circuit board holder I do use to make my devices. Brought back these 2 cameras, brought back a more advanced zoomable high camera, brought back some adjustable extender arms that I can move the cameras around. Brought back some more tools and that. Let me go get one. Let me. Okay. During my hunting at thrift stores and that, there wasn't actually Goodwill I went into, and I found some of these little containers. Look at this. Six compartments. They had 3 of them. Back at 3 for actually $2. So I picked them up. They're always handy to have. I needed this guy for my, which one is it? SI or the CI? I think it's, let me see. Okay, this is for the CI. My CI came actually without it, and it came without a floppy drive. So I have that sitting somewhere too. So a floppy drive I ordered off of eBay, and I ordered this off of eBay because I need it. I got some more cap kits. This is a special made cap kit that actually Luca Console 5 did for me as a rush order. This is for a Mac Plus, sorry, Mac 2 for a power supply that he didn't have a kit for yet, so he rushed that. And then this is the cap kit for the power supply for the CI, which again too, I had a power supply that he didn't have a kit for. Do those 2 things because I also fix modern computers. I needed sample books. So this is size 603 of samples of actually resistors, transistors, ICs, diodes, capacitors, inductors. This is for size 805. So these are always good to have because they're very well labeled. And it came with some new tweezers. I haven't tried them yet. And some solder samples and that. So got these 2. My bag of goodies, Kapton tape. This is always needed, right? So, there you are. 3 different sizes Kapton tape. This I bought at actually Hobby Lobby, of all places. A little clamp like this. I was looking for one here when I had to repair a Macintosh Plus keyboard that broke, and I needed a clamp to hold it together while I glued it. So this was good to find. This is a HDMI to USB. This is for my this is for the actually microscope camera when it gets here. Bought a bunch of different types of feet for me to use since I can't find them here. Again too, this is from Hobby Lobby. 10 bucks. This is a dental tool kit or a hobby tool 4-piece kit set. Some of these are very sharp, some are not. So good tool to have. This is my internal external drive switch for the floppy EMU from Big Mesa Wires to work with actually 2C. This is 2 Rominators for the machines I have. Like I said too, I got a new sucker. And all the rest of this here, have fun, right? These are all different chip sockets, all different sizes. all different sizes that I needed. 16 pin normal width, 16 pin, 6 pin, 24 pin, a bit wider, 28 pin narrow, 18 pin narrow, 8 pin narrow. This is 28 pin wide, 14 pin narrow. Oh, where's my big wide ones? 24 pin, 20 pin narrow. Oh, I need to find those. Those are somewhere. I remember I stacked them. I hope I didn't leave them in the house. Anyway, so that's what's in this goodie bag. Lots of stuff that I need. I'm gonna make my life a little bit easier. So anyway, let's continue with this now. The power supply just slides in here. Put it in like that, and get it down, and it's gotta sit in, because if we look how this connects, see the pockets and the pins, 3. So it's 3 of them that I needed. Come on, I had this in earlier. There we go. That's it now. Let me check something, because I was seeing a lot of messages here. I'm expecting some actually ocean freight cargo too, of some things that were shipped before I went away. Oh no, someone sent me some pictures of a major accident on the island. That's the thing about living on an island, guys. I mean, we have a population here of 74,000 people now. That's officially off after the new census was just done. Anyway, and believe it or not, sometimes at the stadium football game, there are more people in the stadium than what we have living here. So you can imagine that. Anyway, when things happen here, and the way that so many people, news actually travels very fast. Especially with phones these days, it's even faster, because it does it by picture or by video. All right, this is the internals part of the DuoDock. This is the motherboard. I haven't cleaned anything yet or anything. I did put this back on. I did service the eject motor a little bit and that, and I did test it already. Nothing really cleaned yet. I'll get to the cleaning later. And so, yeah, here's my floppy drive. This has been serviced and cleaned. I do have a blue SCSI here. I do want to make one change for a minute on this. I'm still here. I'm just at a different computer, because I need to rename it. Well, I want to make this booted to 7.5. Oh, what do I have here? 701, 753. Yeah, let's make it flip into that. I'll name to change. Check this. I had to move to my other Mac, my other computer. So here's my blue SCSI, the card. I'm just have that sitting in there right now. It originally had a hard drive here, but it's no good. So I'm gonna try a blue SCSI, see what it does. You see. So now this is what I was saying earlier, because this is so hard to reach. This machine would be a great candidate for doing a external slot somewhere. And if I look on this, I mean, there are a couple places here that stuff is coming out. I don't know how I can run it. That's the speaker there. There is an opening here, which would be on this side here of the case, because that's where the actually eject button is. Maybe I can come out and through the other case there. But I'll see about that on how I'm going to do that. So now this big guy here, it's just sits in here. You have to get this in here. And then you just push it back and it locks into place. That's it. Nothing else really. This is the SCSI cable. This is the power from the power supply. And this is power for the SCSI. This is for the eject button, and that is speaker. Back here we have the SCSI. We have the connection for the motor. Okay, because what happens that when you put in the laptop and you come to a certain point, it's going to sense, and this will automatically grab it and pull it in the last few quarter of an inch, and then actually lock it down. And when you push the eject button, which is over here on this side here, it will push it out, and it will release the laptop and push it out for you. So now let's see where, yeah, you see right down there is where I have an opening that I could come out of. Maybe I could come out of the floppy too, right above it or below it somehow. It's just for me to put a memory card reader outside, so then I can just swap the disk outside instead of having to take this whole damn thing apart every time. So you can see what I mean by it, how difficult it's gonna be. So anyway, let's get some things here connected. Where's power? You're down. Okay. That's that. Power is connected. Here on the side, I have I do have an Apple monitor. Connect that. Okay. I had to grab a keyboard. Let me see if I can get a bit more height on this thing here so y'all can see more. Okay. I'm gonna connect the keyboard and mouse. Okay, so you can now see I didn't turn any power yet or anything. Let's see what this thing will do. See, there we go. See, once the sensor saw that, it grabbed the laptop and it pulled it in. So it's still off though. I don't have it on yet. Okay, let's hit the power button. Let me bring this over here. I'm gonna hit this power button. There we have tone. We have fan. And monitor's gone green. I'm gonna move this one camera here. Hopefully y'all can see it over there. There comes the green. There comes the screen. The boot. If I'm not mistaken, I think that is booting off a blue SCSI. Yes, that has booted off with the blue SCSI. There we go, because it's got the raw SCSI 7.5, raw SCSI 8, system 8, system 701, blue SCSI Mac Plus. all the different images are on there. So yes, it has booted up. Now let's see if we can read a disk floppy. This is 1.2. Slide that in. And yes, it has popped up. It's down here. This is it here. It's hard to see, but it is there. Let's see if I can turn it on. Okay. So it is there. Let's see if we can do eject. And it ejected. Yep. Okay, the disk is out. Okay. So the power supply is out. It works. The board is good. I do want to see something here. Let's see about this is running 753 revision 2 Macintosh PowerBook, and it says total memory 12,288K. I don't think all that is in the machine because this board has this in it. I'm gonna pop that out and see what it drops down to. So let's shut this down. Okay, down with that. Where did I bring my memory? Someone sent me a 16 megabyte 30 pin stick. So see what this is. 256 SIM card, Apple computer. That Duplex adapter. I'm trying to see video mux chips, SCC transceiver, VRAM, video RAM. Maybe this is video RAM too. This is not computer RAM. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Turn it back on. Chime. Chime is good. Let's see that monitor come up. It's a long time to come up. Maybe the V. Okay, there it's coming up. It should still boot from the blue SCSI. Yep, there it goes. Oh, this time it's loading the actually extensions. Taking a bit longer, but I guess it's loading extensions in that. There's no LED on the front to show drive busy or anything. Maybe I put in here a blue SCSI with a LED and actually run it out. The actually hard drive of the laptop is not spinning. So this is gotta be coming. Gotta be coming from the blue SCSI. No, that's coming from the Duo. The SCSI did not load this time. So it loaded from the Duo, but now this time it populated the hard drive in there too. So now it's working as a second drive and running the OS off of the laptop. That's the way it should be. That's the way I thought it was going to be too. But that was, I mean, after I took this out. So I don't know if that's doing anything. Let's see what we're at. Memory is still the same. So this has got no impact on the memory. This is got to be VRAM then. It's got to be extra VRAM. Do I shut down again? Let's see. Okay, we're off. Put this back in. Okay, turn back on. Trying to get you a better view of the monitor. The cable is a bit short, so it's hard to. So this is again loading OS off of the hard drive of the laptop. If it's working this way, then I mean, technically leaving that blue SCSI in there with that card is not a big deal. But it still makes it more difficult to add software. So I think I still like to have an actually external extender. So when I put the cover on, I can see how where that lays and how I can do that. I would like to do that. So anyway, okay. So we're up and running here. Yeah. Okay. Now where did my Duo drive go? Let's see my Duo drive here. See, I see all the ones off of the blue SCSI. The thing is, I still got a problem with this Duo too. Some key is stuck down that I can't. Some things I can't do because there's some key that's being pressed down. See, it looks like one of the shift keys or something is being pressed down. See, because it is multi-selecting when it actually shouldn't. All right, so let's shut this down. Okay, we're turned off. I'm going to bring this camera back over here. Let's see if we can get a view of my royal image again. There we go. So we are working. This is wonderful news. Let me get rid of some of these cables here. Get rid of this mouse and keyboard. Okay, so I still get the power connected to the dock. Now let's see how the eject works. So we're gonna, over here is the button. I'm gonna push it, and you see what it does? Pushes it back out. So now I have the laptop back out. The battery in the laptop I know is not good. So this works. I'm happy. See? So again, putting it in, we go. See this little arm here, there's a sensor in here that it picks up So as soon as it gets to a certain point, let me bring it down. Let me zoom in on it. Okay. See, this piece right here is gonna go into a sensor that's down there, a light sensor. And it picks it up. The motor picks it up and gets it. Now it's locked in. Okay, there is an override here you can push so that it can eject. But if you got power and it works and the power supply is good, push the button and let's go. So folks, we are looking good with this. I am happy that this Duo has been resurrected. Don't mind my notes on my table here. This Duo lives on to continue. Now I need to take out the board and that and clean it and that, but and do whatever other cosmetic stuff I need to do to the case and so forth, and then close it back up. But I'll do that off camera. That's not that interesting unless you all want to see it. I do have the Mac 2 power supply to do. I do have the 2SI CI power supply I need to do. You see how that works? Now it, see, so I can even bypass it. I don't even need to use the actual laptop. Right now it thinks it's locked. I push that. It comes out, you see? So motor works. That's good. I'm happy. And the floppy works, and the Blue SCSI works. So anyway, I'm gonna end this video. This is part 2 of the actually DuoDock. And if you appreciate this video, you like it, you find it interesting, you learn something, click on that like button for me. Spread the word out. Help the channel grow, please. If you want to do donations, let me know. I can be reached at KCAYMAC vintage at gmail.com, and that email address is not on PayPal, so don't send anything to that. It does not exist. I'll set up an actually PayPal me account, and that way then people can send donations if you wish. It will help. So far, everything with this channel has been out of my pocket. Everything I do has been out of my pocket. But it would be actually appreciated. Help me spread the word around. I'd like to get this channel to grow, and where I can do a bunch of actually live videos. And click on that like button for me. More to come. I will do a part 3 for this. That way we have a wrap up of it. But my next video will be related to the 2CI. I'm gonna do that one's power supply next. And I'll put that up too. Okay, so let me get the mouse. I can end this video. Okay, so thank you everyone. Click on that like button for me. Thank you so much. Bye bye.